from Newsweek, which may explain why Kamala proposed price controls. She's drunk. Newsweek says Kamala Harris' drinking problem rumors are being spread by Republicans. I love this because it's like, Democrats aren't going to call her out if she's drinking too much. It's going to be the people who are in disagreement with her, right?
Makes sense.
Here's the best part. It says, no evidence has been offered up to support these allegations. And I love this because they don't know what the word evidence means. There's videos of her slurring. That's called evidence. It's not proof. It's evidence. Proof would be Kamala carrying a flask or like a fifth of Jack, walking on stage, stumbling around, swigging it from it, and then being like, I drink way too much. That would be proof. This is just evidence. So there is evidence that Kamala is on something. I don't know if have you seen these videos?
Oh, yeah.
I'll try and pull one up.
I thought it was a nervous thing because I did a lot in public speaking. I do my best at it, so I've researched a lot. Some people get these weird things when they public speak, but that is really weird. The uncontrollable laughter,
yes,
the way she kind of conducts herself, it just doesn't look, as she's still there. Now, I have an alternative theory that the stuff they were keeping Biden prepped up on, they have everybody on it. Because these new nootropics and peptides, they're friggin' awesome. So I don't know if maybe they just gave her too much. They're trying to dial in the dose, which we've seen them do that with Biden, where it's like, dude, they got this dose right this time.
Yeah, it seems like it's not always consistent in how he's prepared for, going out in public. I think with Harris, some of it, to me, the most simple explanation, if it's not a substance, would just be exhaustion, right? She's been nonstop campaigning for 3 weeks, and maybe she's just really not able to keep up with it, right? Like it's not that it's easy for anyone, Republican or Democrat, to just be like constantly going state to state, plane to plane, delivering speeches all the time. It's not for the faint of heart.
So we've got this tweet from Owen Gregorian saying Trump campaign posts about Kamala Harris' serious drinking problem. It's a Gateway Pundit story. And he says, James Blair, the political director for Trump, a lot of rumors out there about Kamala having a serious drinking problem, apparently coming into focus as the campaign heats up. And there are some videos, this one.
Hey, President Joe Biden. And he's going to speak in a minute, but
she sounds the most drunk in this one.
there's a lot of love in this room for our president.
Oh, man, I haven't seen that.
She sounds pretty drunk, right?
Yeah, that would be a drunk person.
But it also explains the laughing. She's buzzing. She's just laughing at stuff.
Because when we think about the strength of our democracy, I think that there's a duality to the nature of democracy.
She might be smoking something in this one.
Intact, it's so strong in terms of what it does to uphold and protect individual rights and freedoms. So strong in its nature. And it's very fragile. It will only be as strong as our willingness to fight.
She's drunk there, dude. I swear.
I don't know what that means.
No, but I don't. No, listen.
Putin? Are you kidding me?
This reminds me exactly of sitting in the bar with my buddy who's drunk, being like, "And dude, I'm telling you, man, Bigfoot, he's real." And like that the mannerisms of being like, dude.
Or she's from California, it's illegal there and certain things for smoking, and you get off on topic and you start thinking about this and that.
Taking some edibles?
She's going off on tangents that circles.
This one, she's on drugs.
Let's see.
This one, in my opinion, Kamala Harris is on some kind of psychoactive stimulant. Watch this.
Yes.
You're very different in the policies that you've supported in the past.
Just look at her face already.
You're considered the most liberal United States senator.
Somebody said that, and it actually was Mike Pence on the debate stage.
Yeah. Well, actually,
why is she laughing?
I don't know.
And then watch.
No sense.
Look at the interviewer.
that nonpartisan GovTrack has rated you as the most liberal.
What's she doing? What is this?
Busting up like
Senator.
she's in a comedy show.
She's hepped up on goofballs, dude. I think she's on goofballs. I don't know what's going on.
What are goofballs?
It's just some kind of drug.
Okay.
She's on goofballs.
I would like some of those.
You supported the Green New Deal.
Look at her. She's like, her eyes are glazed over. She's like, why is she? She's being heavily criticized right now, and she's just busting out laughing. She does this all the time. At first, I thought she was trying to mask some kind of tick, and then people are like, she's drunk, and I went, oh, well, that makes a lot more sense.
Makes more sense than the tick. I mean, that's insane.
When I saw that first video, I was like, yeah, that super slurring super makes sense. Like she's been drinking.
Especially at like a big rally.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be like, oh yeah, you took a couple drinks before you went
To
out
your
there.
point,
You know,
like,
we have to.
her schedule is crazy, right? Maybe she's taking uppers to go with it. Maybe she's doing the, suburban
mixing,
mom cocktail.
speedball type
A
salad.
little bit of the Adderall, whatever. Yeah, maybe.
Here's another video.
Never let anyone take your joy from you.
Already.
I call myself a joyful warrior,
What is?
right?
She's
Never let anyone take your joy from you.
That's.
You do what you gotta do.
What?
And isn't that a wonderful way to live?
Doesn't that remind you of like when you're hanging out with your buddy, he's drunk trying to explain something to you, and you're just like, dude, what are you saying? We talk about how she has these weird sentences where she's like, we're going to do the work that we've been doing because the work we're doing is the work that needs to be done. And you're like, why is she talking like that? She's drunk.
It also makes me think she's
It
always
makes
been
sense.
surrounded by like yes men, people who are
Yeah.
like, "What a great point! You are a joyful warrior, and you got to do what you got to do."
Have we considered maybe she's just an idiot?
Oh well.
Drunk
yeah,
idiots
that
would
makes
probably
sense.
communicate like
Stay
this.
woke.
And the
like
pauses.
everybody-
Oh yeah,
Pause.
this one's
That
good
was
too.
amazing.
This one.
Which
Needs
one?
to be woke.
You see how she's wheezing? Like I thought that was a tick.
And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke.
She's not even saying anything coherent. She's just like out of her mind.
She's never had to effectively communicate. That's how I feel right now. Like I feel like she is just someone who has gotten by, and people are like, "Yeah, she's a lady boss," and we'll just keep promoting her. I mean, none of these statements appear to really have any intention to communicate. She seems like she is weirdly filibustering until someone takes her off camera. And I think, like when you have the interview where she's being presented with the criticism, your most liberal senator, and she's like, I don't know. To me, that tells me she's not used to being pushed back in interviews. She's only used to friendly interviews.
I don't know what this last video is, but it's also in the collection. It's like a Kamala event or something.
I mean, yeah, people are drinking
my-
there.
That looks like my high school prom.
Yeah, I don't know what this is supposed to be. This one's not. I don't see Kamala here. Is she? Oh, okay, she was there.
Our nation needs you, and I look forward to your continuing leadership. Welcome to the house party at VP.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure.
House party
with
at
this.
her private residence.
Oh, is that it? Like she's at a party where everyone's drinking?
I thought it was the first one I seen was right, and then I wasn't so sure. But seeing all those other videos, all these videos now, like wow, putting them all together, I think like something's going on. She might be drinking a little bit.
The thing
I
is,
think
if
she's
she
drinking.
isn't drinking, that's not good either, right?
It's even worse.
Like this is
Even worse.
there's not even an excuse for how she.
I would rather send her to like the Ford Clinic and get her cleaned up, ready to be a president. And
I was saying this morning, like I would feel really bad if it turned out she was diabetic and she's just having like insulin shock, and so she's sounding drunk, but she's actually having a medical emergency.
I think they would come out with she's diabetic. You can't make fun of her, and also she relates to the insulin crisis.
And she has a stutter.
Anything to make her relatable.
She's not diabetic. No, because I heard this story. There's like this famous story about a guy who's in his car, and it's like he's swerving and driving real slow, and the cops try to pull him over, and he won't stop. They finally get him to stop because he like drives into a ditch, and then when they try to pull him out, he's slurring like, and he won't get out of the car, so they tase him. And it turns out he was in a diabetic coma.
They couldn't pull him out. They had to tase him.
Yeah, they were like, "Get out, or we're gonna tase you." And then they tase him. He was like the poor guy. Yeah.
why am I laughing at that? I shouldn't.
But Kamala,
on stage right now at the DNC.
Who is
this? She's what?
Harris is on stage right now at the DNC.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hear what she has to say. Is she drunk?
In this hall and everyone at home.
Yep.
This is going to be a great week.
Your wine
I
on
love
at
the
Thanksgiving.
assumptive. I like.
Yeah. Michael Mouse called her the wine mom.
I want to kick
A
us
wine
off
aunt.
by celebrating our incredible President Joe Biden.
She does seem drunk here too. If you're paying attention.
Speaking later tonight.
The more you know.
Joe, thank you for your historic leadership, for your lifetime of service to our nation, and for all you will continue to
So
do.
disingenuous.
We are forever grateful to you.
Yeah, except you don't want him to introduce you before you accept the nomination.
They
you want
really?
it to
him
be
to
totally
the
separate.
curb.
Yeah. She's accepting in 4 days. Reports are saying that Joe Biden's going to
Joe.
leave the DNC. He's not going to stay for any more.
And looking out at everyone tonight, I see the beauty of our great nation, People from every corner of our country and every walk of life are here, united by our shared vision for the future of our country. And this November, we will come together and declare with one voice, as one people, we are moving forward.
She stole Forward the Line from me. Just throw it out there. Just stole it.
That was yours?
Yeah, Forward the Line, yes, sir, for years.
And faith, so guided by our love of country, knowing we all have so much more in common than what separates us. Let us fight for the ideals we hold dear.
Or if you don't want to get a vasectomy on a
when we fight, we win.
Or an abortion. Are they doing actually abortion inside the food truck?
Medication abortion.
Okay.
I was really freaked out by the parking lot shots during 2020. I was really freaked out. Like, dude, go to the if I'm gonna get it,
go to the doctor, man.
If I'm gonna get it, I'm going to a doctor's office where they have alcohol swabs, and it's not just me sticking my arm out the window. Maybe I'm just.
They could have stuck you with anything.
Yeah, I'm no.
Didn't some guy have
Casey Neistat famously? He's a big name. He tweeted something about going to get vaccinated in a parking lot, and I was like, dude, no, go to your doctor. And he said something like, go out and get vaccinated, and I said, go and talk to your doctor first. And then he said something to me like, that's weird. I didn't do that. I just pulled into a parking lot and got my vaccine. And I was like, bro, you pulled into a random parking lot, some person you didn't know just stick you with some fluid. Go to your doctor, man. That's crazy.
2020 was an IQ test. We found out a lot about a lot of people. See, I'm a skeptic. I'm like, let me see how this pans out. Let me see how this goes, right? And I'm looking at this, and they did one, I think it was North Carolina Zoo. When I think about the zoo, I don't think about getting a medical procedure there. I'm not a rhinoceros. What are they doing?
7-Eleven parking lots.
That's weird.
But I'll add this too. One of the protesters at the DNC, someone storms the stage screaming about ending the war, and she takes the mic.
Rachel Maddow lady looking like?
I don't know. She's wearing a mask.
Okay. Oh.
And I'm like, I can barely hear what you're saying because you're wearing a mask as you scream. I can't see your mouth. They still live in this world to this day. Taylor Lorenz, still, she's, I don't know if it was her, but someone called it an ongoing pandemic. It's did your brain stop working back then? Joe Rogan said it in his comedy special.
Yes.
He said we lost a lot of people during COVID, and some of them are still alive. Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.